Welcome to another episode of Wayne's World Garage. Thank you guys so much for watching. Today, we'll be sawing one log. It turns out it's a pine. How hard is a pine log to saw? It's problematic because look at the size of this thing. This thing is 40 inches in diameter. So, first thing we're going to do is we'll just split it in half. And we don't have any dynamite or det cord. So how are we going to do that? I've got this brand new ripping chain on the 462. And we've got Cody, Forklift Cody here, who can swing a sledgehammer like nobody else. Unbelievable. And he hits it. All right, guys, welcome to Wayne's World Garage. Happy hump day. We're at the sawmill. Beautiful day outside. Right now it's close to 60 degrees, maybe a little bit warmer. Going to be nice, but it's summer here, and it's going to get hot now. Last week was cold. Actually turned the heat on in the fireplace, but tomorrow is going to be 85 degrees. Maybe today too. And what do we got here? We've got this is a BAP, Big American Pine. Some people substitute other words for American, but it is a big pine. And it will not fit on the sawmill, for sure. But if you look at this thing here, and hopefully you can see that, this is 39 inches at that end. That's big, 39 inches. How are we going to do that? So it's like 8.5 foot long, because my buddy Euro from Annapolis Tree saw this thing up for us, and I actually brought it here too. So hopefully we can put this on here. But what we're thinking, this is going to be really hard to work with, but if we were to take this guy and split him in half with a maul, I wonder if we can get, first of all, if we can split it. Second of all, after we split it, then we can start milling it. That'll be a lot easier than stop signing it. So what we're going to do is drag this thing out. I've got a ripping chain on the chain, so I'm going to try that thing out, see how it works, and we'll cut it then. And part of the goal here is let's get the 56-inch saw off of the mill and put the 40-inch on there. But when we're sawing big stuff like this, we need the 56-inch saw blade, so we'll put that on. So let's get going and see how this works out. Well, I'm not quite sure how it's going to work. We'll give it a start, right, and see what it does. I suppose.
The first 6 inches, maybe. And then
what's that?
Wedges.
Yeah. Well, I was going to do I don't know. I don't know. I've never done it before. Yeah. I thought let's give it a shot and see what. I don't know how this chain is going to work either.
I think the chain will be fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's right.
It's not the same as the ripping chain you had. It's designed very differently.
Maybe one right there. You got it.
Let me go get it for you.
And I wonder if it would help if I can do. Let me see how I cut pretty deep here. Oh wow, this is
Splitting.
I can go all the way. I can go much further down if you'd like.
You already went all the way down on that.
No, I can go another. It's only halfway. So don't let me slow you down, but let me saw a little here. But the one thing, Tom, be careful because when this thing splits, it's going to roll.
That's right. So I'm only knocking it down a little.
Yeah, so
I'm able to jump.
yeah, you can jump. The geezers can't jump, Cody. Sorry,
Not this geezer.
not this geezer.
My geezer people. Hey.
Welcome back, Cody. Cody's been MIA while he's been working on the farm and helping his dad out doing work for money. Shocking. He's decided he's got to pay to get his truck fixed and get the engine rebuilt. But we sure do miss you, and we really do appreciate Cody being here. He's the strongest one of the entire group, and he's like 18 years old. So swinging this big sledgehammer for him, he makes it look easy. For us, we'd swing it 1 or 2 times, and we'd be taking a nap. But anyway, it's good to have you back.
Got 2 more. You want to use them?
I ain't doing it. Cody's doing all the work. I'm watching.
Oh, something's
Holy shit.
It's
getting there.
Because that one couldn't go down.
Side of wedge to even.
Or a piece of wood. Hang on, let me get a piece of wood here.
Or wood.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going.
Yeah. You can hear it.
Hold on, young man. All right, you have another wedge here, Tom?
2.
Well, let's put one right.
I'll get this in.
Put one right there in that same hole.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, good.
I want from that side.
Grab another piece of wood, and we'll put one down the other end. Take a break, dude. I don't want to see you have a heart attack at your age, Cody.
I enjoy.
We enjoy watching it, Cody.
Exactly. We enjoy watching you. Good thing, because we're running out of wedges.
I don't have it. I don't know if we can pull one of these.
Well, we'll figure it out. You know, worst comes to worst right now, we roll a log and we cut it from the bottom with a saw. I mean, it's cut most of the way through.
It's getting there. It's gonna pop. I can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, and why am I standing here? That's
That big bar. You want me to get that big bar you got?
yeah. Why don't you? Because maybe we can pull out a couple of these wedges and re-wedge them. You know.
sure that dude, I'd knock the end of it off.
Be careful.
So
Hang
you
on a
don't
second.
get so much down inside.
Oh, I can cut it with a saw if you want, Cody.
Well, he cut it pretty deep in
Yeah.
there.
Oh, it's cut. Yeah. Well, hammer it down and then I'll cut it. You know, I'll saw it with a saw.
Yeah, but I was thinking of not having a little tiny thin edge
Yeah.
fall down.
Yeah. That's a great wedge. That's not pine you're using.
That might say, your wedge might split.
Yeah.
So let me just cut it off right now. And we'll see if we get some more wedges in there.
Making noise.
Yeah, it is. It sure is.
You might want to use it.
Yeah.
That one does not want to go in.
Yes,
Here,
yes.
we're going to do this one.
Yeah.
We heard that.
And we tried them.
Why do I keep standing in front of the damn thing?
Really?
Well, when we did it on the top,
Corey, can you use the
Cody. Cody.
get away from it? Cody, sorry.
What'd you say?
Use the longer hammer so you stay away from it.
Yeah, I'm just getting it started so I can just wail on it.
Plus, what fun is that?
I'm trusting.
All right.
Nobody does.
well, you don't have to hit them that hard anyway. You can walk.
Well, you shouldn't.
There you go. Oops. Wait a minute.
Hold on.
We'll
Good
get
job.
halfway, it's over.
I
Yep.
can hear it. That's why I'm
Yeah.
not getting any
Yes.
closer.
Well, we
Nice.
don't want to wear you out. We need you after this, too.
It's getting there. It's you hear it. Strong like elephant. Cody Calabrese from Fafo Farms.
So
It's getting there. It's getting
try
there.
this one a little more now.
Well, are we out of wedges now again?
Well, because she
No,
was,
we had two more, didn't we?
I think you used them all. So we'll pull some more out.
give this one a couple of whacks.
We'll see. Watch out.
Because the other one has really been
Well, actually, no, that looks like it might come up.
every time.
Yeah, it might.
Watch this. Cody does all the hard work, and I'll do this for 2 seconds, and I'll split it in half.
You know what you're doing.
That's okay. We'll still cheer for you.
Placed wedge. It's still cracking.
Yeah, that's why.
All right, Cody.
Maybe another.
I'm done.
Yeah. Do the next one there. I think that one might be it.
It's close.
It is.
It's close.
Solid wood.
He almost went right through the fence.
I know. You did a good job on that. I was wondering. That's what I was looking at. How close did you line up?
That's good spreading it. It really is.
Holy sugar.
Pull this way.
Like your form, Cody.
His dad told him to use a sledgehammer.
Nice swing.
That's just from swinging an axe.
Yeah. Well, next time we do. So Cody, next time we're cutting firewood or sawing fire, we're gonna call you.
It's coming, it's coming.
That's what she said. Oh, I have to delete that.
Better edit that out.
It is. It's going every time you hit it.
Go on.
What is holding this thing?
Oh, I heard it. There, yeah.
Come in deeper.
I can see where it's being held.
It's there. He's
No,
done.
you can see right here, Wayne, where it's being
Yeah, no, I know. I get it.
why it won't break. You can see it right here. If you can just touch that with the chainsaw, it'll probably fall right over.
All right.
But
So I'm well aware that when this thing does finally get split in half, we've got 1,000 or 1,500 piece of wood, half the log, is going to come down sideways, potentially stepping on my big toe. And that's what the guys are doing with those big 4x4s. They're being there as a safety margin. So if it does happen to split and fall, they'll catch it. Thank you, guys. All right.
believe it or not,
It's done. Nicely done.
knock that wedge out. That wedge is holding it.
Yeah.
That's the
Although now I can cut some. Cody, hang on. Let me cut some more down the other end, all right?
There it goes.
Nicely done. I think she's done. More. Oh, he's got it. All right. Hey.
That was it, George.
Congratulations, Cody. Yeah.
wedge was holding it.
Nicely done.
If we could have just knocked it out of the way.
No, the wedge wasn't doing it. It was that.
All right, Cody, welcome back to Kinder Farm and the Sawmill. Nice job. You've done well. You earned your lunch money.
It's a pretty good split.
The log, the one that tells us where the saw blade's going to cut. So Gary's going to plug that thing in. Did it turn on by any chance, or is it? Doesn't look like it came on. Let me see why it's not on. Oh, I see. Maybe. Hang on a second. I'll check the source. Yeah. Shocking. So now, what we need to do is line it up. Because see how it's cockeyed now?
Okay, so I need.
So line it up, make it parallel with the tracks, and then we'll be good. All right. We didn't even have to RTFM. No, I'm just kidding. No, it looks perfect to me, right? Yeah, cool. Snug it down a little bit and let's...
I did.
Yeah, we're good. Nicely done. Thank you. So we're running into some problems here with this saw blade getting a little bit warm. At least that's what it looks like. So Wayno's going to give it a pull and see what happens. I'm probably a little bit more inclined to go a little bit quicker than Cody was and push the engine harder. And maybe it's because it's spending a lot of time building up friction. Not quite sure. As it turns out, the engine can handle it. The saw is sharp. We're not quite sure what the issue was, but when we got done today, this is a sticky piece of wood, and pine is very sappy, a lot of sap to it. So the sap gets stuck on a saw blade, doesn't always exit entirely. I wonder if that's what it is. The blade didn't get too terribly hot. We touched it afterwards, and it was fine. So we're not sure. Anyway, on with the program. We did notice the gap between the guides. The outer guide was off by at least a 3/16 of an inch. So, thanks John Clark, we'll fix it. just for the sake of this video, I did skip ahead a little bit, and we're going to show that we did get Cody to actually saw some boards here. And he's just cutting some 1x6s, kind of running out of oak to use for fence boards. And that's what the guy's looking for, fence boards. But we're going to do this. So we've got Tommy 2, Tango 2. He's the guy who sharpens all the saws, doing the offloading. And then we've got me watching and everybody else helping. Thank you for watching this video. If you stuck it out this far, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We need more subscribers, and we appreciate it. And if you leave a comment, I promise I'll answer your comment. Take care. Thanks for watching, guys.